Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Dave Bondy coming on the air tonight, giving you some information about new legislation in Michigan. And if you are a firearm person or interested in firearms, this is going to be interesting, and you are going to want to share this out with your friends. This is an exclusive story that I'm breaking. Broke it a short time ago, but making this video now so I can have it for you. Make sure you're subscribing right here. Subscribe to my channel because I'm giving you all the news, the media that they don't want to tell you, okay? I'm breaking it all for you. So let's get to it. The state of Michigan, there is a Democratic lawmaker that introduced legislation today that would ban brightly colored and disguised guns. So what does this mean? I think we're talking something like this. We're talking about brightly colored guns and legislation. That's what we're talking about, that these could be illegal in the state of Michigan under this legislation. So I want to know what you think about this pending legislation. Now, I broke this story and it's been getting lots of reaction from people online. Michigan lawmakers, they're taking steps to crack down on firearms that don't look like traditional guns. A new proposal targets brightly colored guns and those designed to look like everyday objects, saying they could cause confusion or pose a public safety risk. What do you think about this? I know there's a lot of ladies out there that have these type of guns. Now, what would be banned or what would be of concern for lawmakers? This is it right here. Brightly colored guns. Guns painted in colors like pink, blue, or rainbow that might make them look like toys. And something called sneaky guns, firearms disguised as things like pens, cell phones, or other non gun items. Also, coloring products, kits, or tools used to make guns bright or to disguise them. Those would also be banned under this legislation. So this was just introduced today, actually. Today is, what is today? Today is Tuesday, November 26th. The legislature is not in session, but they introduced this on the legislative website. So I was able to see exactly what they had there. So yeah, this is really interesting. And I want to know what you think about that, because that's what's, most important. The people in Michigan, a lot of them didn't know about this until I brought it up. Actually, I think I was the first one to actually have this. And I want to show you the actual Senate bill. Let me bring this up on the screen right here and let me show you, if I can, the actual legislation. This is it right here. Senate Bill 1134. It's very legalese. You have to be a lawyer to look through it, but basically the ownership or possession of deceptively colored firearms, covert firearms, or deceptive coloring products by an individual who owns or possesses it on the effective date of the amendatory act in this action. So it goes on and on and on, talking about so much here about this. The covert firearm, antique firearms would not be included in this. The color would be more than 50% of the exterior of the weapon. So yeah, really, interesting. A lot of people are speaking out about this. And I broke this story on my locals community and on my Substack page. A lot of people not happy with this, saying this infringes on their rights. Now, who would be affected if this took place? Let me highlight this. Let me make this bigger right here. Who would be affected? Take a look at your screen. If passed, and this has not even gone through the proper channels yet. It hasn't even been on the House floor or anything. If passed, the law would apply to most individuals, but there are some exceptions. People who already own a brightly colored or disguised before the law takes effect can keep it if they either give it to the police or repaint it to look normal. That's according to the legislation. Antique firearms and old-fashioned decorative guns won't be affected. Government agencies like the military or police would still be allowed to use these type of guns if necessary. Now, what happens if you break the rules? Well, up to 1 year in jail, a fine of up to $500, or both. Well, what's next? What's next in all of this? The law has sparked debate. Supporters say it's common sense to improve safety, while critics worry about overregulation and personal rights. Now, for everyday Michiganders, the question remains, should there be limits on how guns look, or does this law go too far? As the proposal moves forward, lawmakers are urging citizens to weigh in on the debate. So I'm getting lots of comments online from people who are saying that they are not at all in supportive of this legislation that just going, well, it's not going into place. It's being proposed in the state of Michigan. Make sure you're following me right here. Subscribe to my channel. I am giving you the news, like I said, that the media is not showing you and not digging deep into it. So my name is Dave Bondy, everyone. Thank you for being here. Subscribe. Make sure you don't miss out. Hit that bell notification too.